Hello, welcome to Unical Academy, specialized in cybersecurity. In this video, I brief on my journey in pursuing CISSP, Certified Information Systems Security Professional, the gold standard for mastery in the field of cybersecurity. CISSP is definitely one of the most difficult exams, mainly for two reasons. It has a vast syllabus and it is based on computerized adaptive testing. The vast syllabus covers wide range of topics, and the computerized adaptive testing linearly increases the complexity of the questions based on a well-built algorithm that only ISC square knows. CISSP will be a life-changing certificate for anybody that enhances the credibility and ensures the growth. CISSP exam is challenging exam that consists of 125 to 175 questions. Out of these, 50 questions are not for scoring. Those are there only to fine-tune ISC square's algorithm. If test takers perform exceptionally well or extremely bad, then the test may end much before the 125th question. In this video, I set the context on CISSP for the individuals who come with some idea. They get complete idea on how they need to plan. The 8 domains look so discrete, but how the integration should happen is covered in this. What is required is really the smart work rather a hard work that I will be covering. The 4 books I referred, which one really helped me, where you need to focus, what really matters, also briefly touched. This was my journey. On one Thanksgiving long weekend, I made up my decision. Until then, I was in dilemma whether to go or not to go, whether can I do, can't I do, all those questions, ifs and buts. So I decided, okay, let me pay. I paid for the books on 24th November, got the books by 30th November. At least for the initial 2 or 3 days, I was going through only the table of contents of the official guide of ISC Square, mainly to understand the landscape, mainly to understand the segments that I need to focus, the challenges. I made up my decision on 14th December. Until then, I did not really plan anything seriously. The preparation was not started. I opted for top-down approach based on the landscape analysis that I decided 90 days should be quite sufficient for me to prepare. I wanted to go for the exam somewhere around March 14th, but I could get the date only on 21st March. That is the outcome of that. I got the certification. As soon as you are done with the exam successfully, once you come to the reception would be handing over this piece of paper. That's not yet a certification, but all practical purpose as good as a certification. What exactly CISSP actually test? Yes, officially, according to the syllabus, knowledge and experience, true. But what it really measures or what exactly a candidate should have, in my opinion, yes, Patience can't be undermined. Irrespective of age, experience, passion towards learning, this exam definitely tests the patience. CISSP is not for the people who are not that serious for certification. Are you seriously committed? Are you a busy guy outside of your job or within your job? Whatever be the reason, CISSP demands its own commitment that we need to honor at least until get certified. Last but the not the least, the self-confidence. At least 10 to 15 times, I was seriously doubting my own ability to appear for the test. The initial 30-40 days, there is a high possibility of getting demotivated. But once you get the grip, then definitely the self-confidence doubles, if not triples. Okay, to really get that self-confidence, how many hours an average person should spend time? Please understand the 8 domains are meant for several people. Any individual may be at the most maybe comfortable with 3 or 4 domains with a practical experience, but this experts 8. So my preference, my suggestion, really planning for serious 350 hours spread across 9 months, average 4 days during weekdays, preferably 10 hours during weekends, average. Few times you may be skipping, few times you may be really focusing more. Certain chapters, communication, networking, security architecture, so complex, so sorry, cryptography and others, that you guys need to be careful enough based on your comfort and your learning abilities and your avenues for learning. All these need to be considered. What will be your approach? My suggestion: practice, practice, practice. Always focus on recap, refresh, whether through cheat sheets or your own mnemonics. That's a different. I might have came with at least 50 to 60 my own mnemonics to by heart certain critical segments of the syllabus. This brings us to concluding part 1, in which I set the context regarding CISSP, how I initiated my journey, what CISSP expects, not just the knowledge, but beyond the knowledge, certain attributes, patience, seriousness, majorly self-confidence, and the importance of 300 plus hours for such a critical exam, that is also narrated here. In part 2, I would be briefing you the suggested books and in each book what to focus and which part is critical, the segments and the approach that I followed, maybe the sticky notes, maybe the actual notes that I prepared will be explained, and the extremely important in part 2 that will really help you is a well prepared Excel that gives the required breakup of 300-350 hours that I followed. Based on that, based on your comfort, you can customize and it should be helping you. See you in part 2.